In this video, I will demonstrate construction of a protective mask made from sterilization wrap. While the material has good filtration properties, the resulting mask is not a substitute for commercially made N95 masks. For one mask, you will need 2 pieces of 7 by 8 inch sterilization wrap, 2 36-inch lengths of bias tape or binding tape, and 1 nose wire approximately 6 inches in length. To save time later, mark the midpoint of each length of bias tape. Nose wire preparation will be covered in another video. Stack the 2 pieces of fabric and sew a 1/4 inch seam along the 7-inch sides, which will become the top and bottom. Use the reverse switch for several stitches at the beginning and end to secure the seam. Turn the piece right side out. Finger press the seams. I like using a long spatula to ensure a crisp and even seam. Top stitch both ends 1/4 inch from the edge. Use the reverse lever for several stitches at the beginning and end to secure the seam. Trim the threads. Insert the nose wire, keeping 2 layers of fabric on either side. Center the wire. A pleat folder can help create tidy and reproducible pleats. This one is constructed from an old file folder. Align the top of the mask with the top of the pleat folder. Keep pressure on the fabric above the first pleat to hold everything in place. Using your thumbs, tuck the fabric under the first pleat. Keep pressure on the formed pleat and repeat until all pleats are folded. Press firmly to crease the fabric. Remove the pleat folder and re-establish the pleats. Do not use pins to temporarily hold the pleats. Either use clips or just carefully transfer the mask to the sewing machine. Sew a 1/8 inch seam, backstitching at the beginning and end to secure. After sewing the first side, re-establish the pleats on the second side and transfer to the machine, again sewing a 1/8 inch seam. Trim the threads. Center the bias tape on the mask and hold in place with non-penetrating clips. Begin sewing at the end of the bias tape and sew a seam all the way to the other end. With your finger close to the foot, press down gently to keep the tape feeding correctly and to slightly stretch the bias tape. When you reach the mask, back sew a few stitches at the top and bottom for extra strength. Apply the second piece of bias tape and sew as before. Trim the thread and make a simple overhand knot at the end of each tie, and you're done. Thank you for helping your community by making protective masks. Be smart and stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching.